There are loads of great things about exercise. Sometimes it feels really good to have a good old burn up, a hot and sweaty sort of a workout. Other times, it's not what you're really in the mood for. Sometimes you want something a bit more relaxing, to feel stretched out, loose and limber, and that's what you want from your workout. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a mobility and flow workout, about a 10-minute session where we really stretch and unwind, a few nice movements that make you feel all good and flexy and soft, like you just walked out of the massage therapy room. So, we'll start with an exercise that requires a little headrest. I've got a half a foam tube that I'm going to use. You could use a cushion cover, a rolled up towel, something like that. All this needs to do is allow me to, whilst lying on my side, have my head supported so that my neck isn't bent to the side like that. Okay, so that's what I'm using this for. You find something that allows you to do the same. You're going to lie on your side with your head supported. I've got my knees hitched up, knees bent, hips flexed. It looks a bit like I'm sitting in a chair. Like that. Okay, so I'm lying on my side, knees hitched up. That's going to be my counterbalance, so that with this arm out to the front and this arm drawing back across this arm, pointing the elbow over my shoulder, I turn into a gentle stretching rotation. I'm pushing my thumb back across my chest and down my arm, and I'm watching this top elbow as I go. So I'm keeping my eyes on it and I'm turning my head, and as I look over the shoulder I'm keeping my eyes on my elbow. I'm only moving as far as it feels comfortable to do so. I'm not deliberately forcing a stretch around here. I'm only going as far as it's easy, and then I'm rolling back. And we're going to do this a dozen times, and it'll feel like it's getting a little easier toward the end of the dozen. You may feel like you can move a little further. You may not. You may feel like you're going just the same distance, but that it feels a bit easier to go that far compared to when you started. So we'll do a few more of these, just turning gently, keeping the knees stacked one on the other, rolling through this nice and easy. Another 3 or 4 times. That's starting to feel quite nice already. This is one that I practice on a regular basis, and the more you do this one, the results kind of, the effect lasts. So you feel like you have that nice loose feeling, and it persists for longer the more you do it. Once we've done a dozen or so, we'll turn over and we'll have a go at the other side. So, knees hitched up and stacked one on top of the other, spine nice and straight with my head supported. Bottom arm out along the floor. Top hand, I'm going to run the thumb along my bottom arm. I'm going to look at my elbow as it goes over my shoulder. Nice easy turn, and then come back. No forcing, no deliberate effort. Nice and easy. You can time this one with your breathing if you like. So you can take a breath in. As you draw the arm across the chest, you can let the breath out. As you relax into the stretch, and then come back to take another breath in and out, and then recycle and ready to go again. Let's do another half a dozen or so of these, nice and steady as we go. You may get the occasional click or pop from your back in this one, and as long as you're not forcing anything, that shouldn't be anything to worry about. So go nice and easy, let everything relax off as we turn gently into that nice easy stretch, and then roll back. Let's do just one more. I'm enjoying this. There we go. And that's our first movement done. For our next movement, you're going to start sat with your legs slightly spread along the floor and sitting up reasonably tall. You don't have to be bolt upright. We're not making a massive effort here, but you're also not slouched too much. Okay? So sitting up, legs out to the side. What we're going to do here is we're going to start by drawing one leg up, then the other, and just turning into this 90-degree angles at my knees and at the hips. So 90 degrees, 90 degrees. I'm facing now toward this direction. As I spread the legs back out, I'm turning to face you and the camera, and then I'm going to draw the legs up on the opposite side to face toward this opposite wall. I'm just going to slide gently from one to the other, and we'll feel this working up in the hip sockets. You go nice and easy, only go as far as it feels comfortable. You may feel like, to begin with, you don't want to tuck up too far, you don't quite get to 90 degrees, you don't turn all the way through. That's absolutely fine. Go as far as it feels easy for you to do so. The enemy of a mobilization exercise is effort. You always want to feel like you're staying just on the easy side of trying with this. So nice and gentle, and as you go, you may feel that the joints loosen up, become more mobile, which is what we're after, and that you can do more at the end of this exercise than you could at the beginning. That's entirely what we're going for today. So nice and easy, no great effort, just turning from one side to the other. If you find it difficult to support yourself through this, then as you turn, you can place your hands on the floor to support your upper body. That may be enough to allow you to just sit into that for a second or two before turning, supporting yourself here, turning and supporting yourself there. With these mobility exercises, they stack quite nicely. We can embellish them as we go. So when this starts to feel like it's a little easier, we're turning through this a little freer, we'll start adding in a step through. So I'm coming back down to the floor, I'm supporting myself on my hand for balance, I'm turning into this 90 position, 90 knees, and then I'm rolling over that knee and stepping through, coming back, reaching back into the wide position, drawing up, reaching through, stepping, and then while supported on my left hand, I'm reaching and sitting. We're looking to do this as smoothly as possible. You can use a prop. You could have a chair or a stool nearby to help you with this. You can use your hands on the floor as much as you need to. Go nice and steady, roll through this. And you notice that at the end when I step through, I'm getting a nice little hip stretch down into this position and just leaning in and rolling away nice and easy. You'll notice there's a nice cyclical motion to this. There's no sharp edges, nowhere where it looks like it's a big effort, and that's what we're going for with our mobility exercises. I'm just rolling my socks off as I'm doing this. We're looking for minimum effort, maximum movement. That's what we're going for. Nice. So our next exercise is a nice cat and camel yoga style stretch. I'll do some side on so you can see what I'm doing. I will just say, the hand placement, for anyone who has tightness in their shoulders, the wider you put your hands, the easier you'll find this. If you feel like you want more of a stretch in the back and the shoulders, by all means bring your hands closer together where they're placed. Okay, so hands on the floor, kneeling in this box position, shoulders directly above the hands, hips directly above the knees. I'm going to start by just gently pushing backwards, sitting my bum down over my heels and dropping my head in toward the floor. This is a nice stretch coming under the armpits and down into my the upper back and around the underneath of my armpits into the shoulders. I'm then going to rise up, rounding the spine as I go, before dropping the hips, rolling the chest up to look up towards the corner of the ceiling. From here, I'm going to push the ground away. I'm going to feel that beginning to roll through my upper back. You see the rounding like a cat stretching. I'm going to push that rounding down through my mid-back toward my hips as I sit on my heels. I'm then going to send that ripple up my spine, rolling through the rib cage, up in between the shoulder blades, and as I lift my chest, I send that stretch right down into my abdominal muscles before returning back the other way. Yeah, so nice and easy, rolling this stretch through the spine, up into the shoulders, and then down into the tummy muscles. As with all of these, you only go as far as it feels easy to do so. So nice and steady, roll up, lift the chest to stretch down through the front of the trunk, and then roll the shoulders, pushing up toward the ceiling, sitting down toward the heels, and reversing again. So a nice fluid movement, no big push, no big effort. Remember, if it's tight on the shoulders as you drop down here, you can move the hands farther apart to take pressure off, and just keep going from back to front, nice and easy. And there we go. That's 3 exercises. I think we've probably been going for about 10 minutes. And hopefully you feel nice and loose and limber for just doing those 3 exercises. Quite often I'll find that if I start with something like that, I feel really nice, the shoulders feel good, the trunk's feeling nice and stretchy and flexy. And quite honestly, often, having started that, I feel energised and I'll go on to do more exercise. But that's a lovely place to be, feeling all loose and flexy. So, have a go at that one. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.